Hi Sagittarius, this is your reading with me for the 17th to the 23rd of January. So we're going to have a look into this week and see what's coming through. Also, if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do giveaways every single month. Also, personal readings are listed down, personal services are listed down below. I do healing work. I also do, of course with you, I also do the intention manifesting work, and also there is black magic removal and things like that. Everything is listed down below for your convenience, but also on my website there are intention manifesting items which thousands of people have seen results with. So these are evident from, of course, you know, the review section, which you can find at the bottom of my website. Also, just wanted to mention as well that there's, you know, lots of different categories, and in those categories there's items such as bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse. There's crystals, candles, sage, ornaments. You know, you can check it out if you're interested. Everything's listed down below, but yeah, the review section is there, which is, I think, the most important part, you know. So let's have a look and see, Sagittarius, what I have for you. All right, let's begin. Okay. Whoa, sorry, that like it fell on my lap, and I was just like, I don't want it to fall on the floor, because you know when you're sitting in such a comfortable position and then you just don't want to move your leg, you don't want to move your arm, although I'm moving my, you know, arms, but my legs are just in such a nice place. I was like, no. Okay. Some of you might actually feel that. Like, for example, you know, you might bring a drink near your computer, your phone, and you know, you think to yourself, oh my god, you know, it's going to like spill, but it actually doesn't. So there's going to be like little moments here where I actually feel, especially this week, like little things are going to happen, because I know that when I do readings and I mention certain things, so many of you find it so you find that it resonates with you, and these are like little things that kind of happen to me when I'm doing your reading. So many of you find that it actually happens to you, and it's been you know, this has been happening now for 3 years, so really, you know, a lot of you see that. So I just thought I'd mention that as well, where, for example, you know, you may think to yourself, oh my gosh, no, I don't want this to happen, and then, you know, it doesn't happen, which is great, you know. So I think that that's another thing here with the Strength card as well, is that certain little things kind of get saved and you feel a lot better. Or if, you know, if you've been working really hard on something and suddenly it freezes, then, you know, it kind of unfreezes itself and you can finally save it, you know, things like that. So I will just say that if you're working on important documents or writing papers, or, you know, doing some digital work or whatever it is, especially on a computer, just keep making sure that you're saving it as you go along, you're backing things up. There is a Mercury retrograde this week. Be careful, you guys, okay? Be careful. Make sure you save things. Make sure you double check, you know, all that good stuff. Very, very important. You know, try not to take too many risks in terms of bringing, you know, like drinks and things near your phones and your computers and things like that. I'm just saying, okay? Little risks like that. Well, actually, those are quite big risks, let's say, but those kinds of risks, we don't really want that at this time. Now, the main thing I was going to say here is that there seems to be like a little test that kind of determines what happens for you moving forward. So the Strength card is quite significant. So some of you might literally be taking a test. I see the Chariot, so some of you might be taking like a driver's test, or a test that requires you to kind of show which direction you're going in. Some of you might be taking exams. There's definitely an energy here of you taking some kind of test. Now, you might even be doing like a quiz online, which, you know, is determining your IQ or your personality type, you know, things like that. And so I think that that's quite significant here, because it's going to determine where you feel most comfortable, and also, especially if you are doing it for a recruiter or someone else who's going to like kind of judge, you know, how things are, they're going to then determine where you kind of go and what happens and what your choices are, basically. So I think that that's quite an important aspect here, where if you are taking a test, this is a week of continuing to learn and grow and study and do the most that you can. I think that's very, very important. Six of Wands, extremely powerful as well, because the Six of Wands is about growth. And it's also about celebration, so there can be a celebration. Now, I just wanted to tie this into something really awesome that happened actually the other day, which I think is pretty cool. So let me just 1 second. So there was a person here. I don't want to show her name, but she said, hey, I just used your past exam bracelet and passed a job interview. This stuff actually works. So I'm actually going to post this on my stories. I haven't done it yet, but it's got her name. I need to like blur her name out. But it is there, and she saw some really good results with it. So it is available on my website, and I'll link it down below as well. It's a past exam bracelet, intention tie bracelet, which a lot of people have actually seen results with, so I thought I'd mention that as well. It can kind of give you a good boost if anyone needs it, since we are talking about tests and exams. It's really good timing, this reading, actually, with that. Okay, so we've got the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Yeah, I think that you can hear some very good news. Also, if it's not like an actual test that you're taking, it could be that someone here is testing you to see just how let's see, you know how sometimes in like romantic connections people want to see just how extremely obsessed you are or needy you are or things like that, and they kind of do these tests, which is kind of stupid at the same time, because, you know, you should just be yourself. But I mean, that's another thing here, is that someone might be testing you and sort of testing your patience, and if you can just be, you know, diplomatic and kind of just know that this is them and this is just how they're doing things and kind of stay calm, then it can really work in your favor. So that's another thing as well, is that can also be a type of test, you know, where someone is like literally testing you and testing your patience. If you are just, you know, taking care of yourself and doing you and trying not to get so overwhelmed by all of that, it can help you tremendously. There you go, there's the Queen of Swords, being diplomatic and just letting them kind of do their own thing. Nine of Cups is really about that sort of energy here of patience and kind of just letting things sort of be. I think that can help tremendously in the grand scheme of things. And then of course, you know, the Ten of Cups is obviously quite powerful as well, because it just kind of brings everything in a much better place and just allows things to be much better, which I think is very important. We have the Star card. Yep, so things are coming together. Okay, so financially as well, you might take a test, pass really well, get an opportunity here where things can move forward. Also, I see here opportunities in regards to love. Someone might be testing your patience, you know, it's one of those things. And then of course the Four of Wands here as well. The thing is, the more calm you are, the more it really helps your energies here from what I'm seeing. It just helps you tremendously to access your intuition. You know, okay, I'm going to tell you another really important thing. They used to say this when I was in high school. If you choose an answer, especially, you know, for those multiple choice kind of exams that you take, a lot of the teachers at my school used to say this, is if you work out a mathematic question first and then you find an answer and then you try to do it, you know, and then you know for certain that it's that answer, but then you try again, you know, when you're double checking and you come up with a different answer. I know this sounds really ridiculous, but the teacher always used to say, go with the first one, just in case. Technically, when you work something out twice, or you do it the second time, technically you should go with the second one, right? But my teacher always used to say, and a lot of the teachers actually, this wasn't just one, used to say, go with the first one, because usually you're right first time, which is kind of crazy to think about, because remember, our intuition also works in very interesting ways as well, where we're usually right the first time, right? And this is quite significant, because also when you're kind of working out something for the first time, you're a lot more relaxed. When you're trying to recheck, double check, do it all over again, you're a little bit more stressed and you're kind of thinking like, oh, I hope it all matches up and everything. So that's the other thing I just want to say, is that you may be right the first time with certain things, and if you feel a certain way about a certain person the first time, that's your intuition speaking. You know, if you meet a person for the first time, it tells you a lot, because you're going into it having not really much of an expectation. You're going into it and your intuition is just kind of not reacting on your own personal emotions. It's reacting based off of your body and the energies around. It's just something I want to say, because I feel like this could help some of you in terms of, you know, when you meet people or when you're doing certain things, your intuition, when it's very calm and it doesn't have so many expectations and emotions surrounding it, is best accessed at this time, and it really helps you in terms of making certain decisions. I just wanted to say that. I know it sounds a little bit strange, but I know it's going to help somebody. So even if it helps one person, that's the thing, even if this reading helps one person, I think that's quite significant. By the way, did anyone else's teachers say that? I'm curious, okay? I don't know if it's just like the teachers here, you know, just speaking, you know, the words into, you know, some place, but I actually found that it was correct. And when I did my exams as well, I also went by that belief as well, and I actually found that they were right. So I feel like there's something around that. And then also when I like lived in the US, it was, to be honest, I only was there for like half a year, but at that time I had to take an SAT test. Same thing, because they're multiple choice, and oh my god, they're so confusing, these tests. But you know, especially after doing the ones in the UK. But honestly, same thing. I found the same thing. I really found that, especially for the mock ones that you do where you can actually see the answers, I very much so found that was the same case. Anyways, so oh, we've got a lot of cards here. Probably saw those, so let's take them. So yes, trust your intuition, okay? Access your intuition this week. How can you do that? By spiritual practice, by being as calm as possible. But, you know, I know that sounds ridiculous, by being as calm as possible, but trying to really validate your own emotions, take care of yourself. Here we go, High Priestess. This is about your intuition. This is about spiritual practice and knowledge, taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Three of Wands, being patient with yourself. But also, you know, the Ace of Swords here is about learning. It's about tests, for sure. It's about victory at the end of it. And it's also about you regaining so much self-confidence and really having this abundance, which is the Ten of Pentacles. So there's a completion here as well. Now, let me just grab a Mercury Reams Edition 2 card. I fear being alone. This is interesting because some of you here, you may actually very much so find, okay, that there is someone here that very much so, well, first of all, you may fear being alone, right? Which is why you might be desperate for certain things, or really, what's the word? Like really, even if you're taking tests, you're thinking, I need to do this. Oh my God, like I have to do this. Obsessed with doing it because you fear being alone, and you fear being, you know, alone financially, or alone in terms of romance. But also just remember that that energy, fear, okay, feeds into things that you don't want to feed into. It's the energy of love and kind of just thinking, you know, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to work hard, it's okay, I've got this. That is actually going to help you to pass with flying colours this week. And also someone else might be, you know, fearing to be alone, but they're kind of just perhaps showing you that they're much stronger than they are, which I think is interesting as well. So this is your reading, Sagittarius. A very different reading to what I usually do, but I thought very interesting. And yeah, there's also this romantic energy where someone here romantically could also be testing you, I'm just saying. But the more you are you, the more it helps you with spiritual practices. So this is your reading, and of course, if this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to, if you claim this reading, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below, and I'll see you all very, very soon. All right, take care, everyone. And I also have TikTok and Instagram. If anyone wants to follow me on there, feel free to do so. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.